I'm James, and welcome to another episode of Rubicon Unlimited. Today, we're going to take a look at that thing on top of my Jeep. Yep, that's my new rooftop tent. Okay, quickly, let's get this out of the way. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel because I love making these videos for you, and I love showing you these cool products. So hit that button down there, subscribe, and let's go over this tent, shall we? Okay, so what is this tent? Well, it is the Tepui or Thule Hybox. It's a 2-person tent, and it's freaking awesome. Now, why did I choose this thing? There's, many options out there on the market. You can go with a soft shell tent, or you can go with something like this, more of a hard shell. I like this option for a couple of reasons. It's a lot slimmer on the roof, a little more aerodynamic. It's a little lighter, and it's super easy to set up. It literally just pops up and you're good to go. The soft shell tents, they tend to be a little bit heavier, a little more cumbersome. They take up more room on the roof, like they're taller. So it wasn't super appealing to me. This thing, barely even notice it when I'm driving on the road. It's super quiet, and it's really easy to set up. All right, it's set up, and that took no time at all with those gas struts. We can finally see the outer canopy, and it is waterproof up to 3,000 millimeters. We got 4 windows. We have screens on all of them to keep the bugs out. And we've also got this nice little awning that you can set up on both sides. And if not, you can roll it up, and there are toggles to tuck it out of the way. The little awning set up really quick with these metal poles, and the poles actually have their own little storage bag inside the tent to keep everything nice and tidy. Inside, you will also notice that there are bungee cords crisscrossing, and that's simply because when you're tearing the tent down, it'll just pull the canopy material inward, make sure it doesn't bunch up. So when you get up there, you can unhook those and move them away. There's also a nice little bag in there for your ladder, and that keeps it nice and stored for when the tent is closed up and you're driving down the road. So the sleeping area is 81 by 51. It's a 2-person tent. I'm 6'3" and I fit up there no problem. You can probably even fit a dog up there with 2 people if you can figure out how to get the dog up. But anyways, super comfortable. So inside we have our mattress. It's 2.5 inches thick, and it also has a removable cover. Typically when I'm sleeping up there, I'm gonna have a sleeping bag and my pillows, which actually can be stored in there with the tent closed. We have storage up above, and we have pockets on either end of the tent. And I've actually set this up with lights on the inside. And the little storage bags are awesome for keeping your phone, and I actually keep a little battery pack to keep those lights on when I want them. The roof also has a quilted fabric. It's nice and cozy for those colder nights because this actually is a 4-season tent. Take a second to appreciate this awesome ladder. Real easy to hook up on here. And it extends up to, I think, 8 feet, which is great for our lifted Jeeps. Or, if you're on uneven ground, this thing will always be there, and really strong. Can hold some good weight. An additional item that I went out and purchased, and I'll leave a link below for both the tent and this thing, is a boot bag. So this attaches with Velcro to the ladder, and it allows you to put your shoes in these bags. This is a great thing because you don't want to have your shoes up in the tent. You don't want to leave them on the roof of the Jeep because if it rains overnight, your shoes are going to be soaked. These bags have plenty of room and they seal up really nice where the rain would fall over them and keep your shoes nice and dry. This is a set that comes with two, and it matches the canopy of the tent. So this is really nice. It's got mesh pockets. It's got a nice spot for your boots. Whatever else you want to store in here, it's pretty great. Lastly, I wanted to talk about this one other feature that this tent provides, and that is that it becomes a storage container. So this whole canopy material has a zipper all the way around, top and bottom. You unzip it, the whole canopy comes off. Inside, you have some buckles on one end or the other, and you pretty much secure the buckles, allowing the storage container to open up and pivot on one end. That way you access it from the front or the back, put your gear inside, store it up, and now you've got your cargo bin. Again, the mattress comes out, so you wouldn't have to worry about that. It would just be pretty much the ABS material. What I like about the fact that this canopy comes off with the zippers is you could pretty much replace the whole canopy if needed. If it was torn or worn out, you would be able to go in and swap that out. So even though this can come off as a cargo bin, there's the added benefit of having the ability to replace the canopy. Okay, tear down of the tent is just as easy. We're gonna put the ladder back up. We're gonna get rid of this little awning here, stow everything away, and then close the tent and strap it down. There you have it. All right, so let's go over the outer construction of this thing. It's an ABS plastic, and underside there's an aluminum frame, which bolts up really nicely with my Rhino rack here. There's a lot of adjustment for front and back and side to side. It only measures about a foot tall, which is great because driving down the road, it's very aerodynamic. I barely even hear it. It's also got these straps, and the straps are actually pretty awesome for helping to cinch down the tent and make sure everything's closed up and tight. We've also got hooks for the ladder on either side. Now this brings up one slight minor complaint about the tent. I wish that the upper rung on the ladder didn't exist, because where the hookup point exists is right in line with the crossbar of the roof rack. And what happens is if the tent is centered on the roof rack, I can't hook the ladder on. So I had to move it to one side. It's not a big deal because I plan to put an awning on the opposite side. So even though the tent isn't centered, I need that room on the other side for the awning anyway, so it works out. But if the ladder didn't have that upper rung, I would have been able to center the tent and hook up the ladder on either side of the Jeep. Overall, I'm super excited to use this tent. It is a bit of an investment, but I want to do it the right way because I understand that going on extended road trips like I've done in the past for 2 weeks, you're not staying in hotels, so you're saving a ton of money by using a tent like this. I think it's a worthwhile investment if you're someone that goes camping or overlanding or just long road trips. Instead of setting up a tent on the side of the road and tearing it down in the morning every night, that could be a pain. This thing goes up in a breeze and it's super comfortable. You don't have to worry about pumping up an air mattress. Your mattress is already in there. So the added benefit of the convenience really makes this thing worthwhile. Now this was a lot to go over. There are a ton of features here, but I'm sure I forgot something. So if I did, please leave a comment below and I'll do my best to answer any of your questions. All right, thanks again for hanging out. Took a look at my tent, and you know what? I'm gonna be making more of these videos. So if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, because you never know. I'm always modding the Jeep. We're always going over new products. Why not? Hit that button below. We'll hang out next time. See ya.